This was a quiet street in Bali back in 2014. And this is what that same street looks like now, 10 years later. Over the last few years, this island has become one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. And it's no surprise because Bali's got it all. There's an abundance of beautiful beaches, killer food, and lovely people.
Yeah, always be happy.
But those are not the only reasons people come here.
Good price.
Cheap for everything.
Cheap as fuck.
The tourists pump a lot of money into the local economy, but there's a flip side.
Sometimes too much is not too good.
The millions of visitors all need a place to stay, so big real estate projects are popping up all over the place. In this video, I'll take a closer look at how Bali is changing. I'll chat with the locals who've watched their island transform, ask tourists what brings them here, and meet up with one of the biggest developers out here.
Damn. Yeah, this is nice.
With all of this growth happening, is that something that is sustainable? Can you keep building here for the next 5-10 years?
Look, it's a matter of
Bali was initially a hidden gem for surfers in the 1960s. Its appeal grew with the development of an international airport in 1968, which opened the island to international tourism. By the 1990s, Bali became a popular travel destination for people all around the world. Since then, its popularity has only grown and the island is now visited by millions of tourists each year. Currently, the most popular places are Ubud, known for its beautiful forest, Uluwatu, which is more like a laid-back surfer village, and then there's Canggu.
What's your biggest red flag in a girl?
Probably if they killed someone in my family. Yeah, that's a big red flag.
Not that long ago, this was just a small village with a bunch of rice fields, but currently it is one of the hottest places to go to on the island. It's got beach clubs, nice restaurants, and a pretty crazy nightlife.
Are you okay to drive? Yeah, mate.
You're absolute animal for recording us. Ahmed doesn't know I have a sugar daddy.
But Canggu is unrecognizable compared to just a decade ago, and that has everything to do with all the tourists that love to go here. That's why my journey starts here. Why are you in Bali?
I don't know, I'm on break from work, so I went to Bali.
Okay. Why Bali? Why not somewhere else?
It's cheap. Cheap as fuck.
Why are you in Bali?
On vacation for our grad trip.
Why are you in Bali?
Huh?
Why are you in Bali?
Because I'm a backpacker. Good price, good accommodations,
What's your favorite part about Bali?
the beach clubs and nightclubs.
How does the prices in Bali compare to the UK?
Way cheaper. Way cheaper, yeah.
Cheap for everything.
I spent around 6 months on the island, so you could say I'm part of the problem. But I was curious to hear what the locals make of it. Are they happy with the tourism, or is all of the development ruining Bali? What's your name?
Ngurah.
How long have you lived in Bali for?
Around 7 years.
How do you think Bali has changed in the 7 years that you've lived here? Have you noticed a big difference? Is it a lot busier?
Everything has changed. More traffic, more traffic and more people coming from every country.
A massive building, massive tourism, but I think, to be honest, nowadays it's really overpopulated. So I miss old Bali though, like rice field, Bali, Ubud. Yeah, like so laid back, Yeah. Now Bali nowadays is so. What can I say? Like capitalism attack.
I don't know. I think we need like more respect with the local. I think no.
Many club here, nightclub. I mean, and then villa, hotel. So many right now.
Bali changed a lot because now construction everywhere, Yeah. Everybody come to Bali and then just like do Instagram thing,
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Fuck, it's fucking totally changed a lot.
You could say it's a necessary evil because without tourists, Bali is in big trouble. The COVID outbreak in 2019 really exposed its dependency on tourism. The number of visitors plummeted from over 6 million foreign tourists to literally zero, and it spelled disaster for many local people on the island.
Imagine during COVID, everything shut down. No life. People starving. No survive.
The numbers are now back on track. Last year, Bali aimed to welcome 4.5 million international tourists in 2023, a goal that was achieved with well over 5 million visitors. For this year, they have set the ambitious target of 7 million international tourists and are on course to make it happen.
But now it's gonna be started up slowly, getting better. To be, Bali get the bounce back.
It's good for me because I work in tourism, like restaurant, hotel also. It's good for Bali. Yeah.
You think the tourism is good?
Yeah, of course. If you ask bule in another country, they don't know Indonesia. but they know Bali.
So the good part is that more people hear about Indonesia and it brings more money here. Is that why?
Yeah.
We need tourism, for our business, for our life.
Yeah, it's good for Bali, especially to about the money. Got the money from the tourists here because many tourists coming to Bali, come to the restaurant and also take the some, especially for me.
It's really good in the economical terms, like they're helping tourism in here, but sometimes too much is not too good.
Has Bali become more expensive since you started living here?
Indeed, so true. Especially I'm living in Canggu. Man, Canggu is more overpriced place in Indonesia, I would say. Yeah.
I mean, two sides, right? Another side is more busier for local. Actually, land is more expensive, but another side, also good for business, and then also good for Balinese people as well.
So it seems like all the tourism is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, tourism brings a lot of money into the economy, but this comes at a cost, such as inflation, traffic jams, and the destruction of rice fields. So as a whole, you would say that tourism is good for Bali more than it is bad?
Oh, of course, in Bali, people rely on tourism. Without tourism, it's nothing.
But to accommodate all these people, you need villas. Lots of them. So you can guess where I'm heading next. All right, so right now I'm outside of one of these villa complexes. This is built by Alex Villas. They're one of these big real estate development companies out here. And they were nice enough to let me stay here for free for the night and check out some of these luxurious villas that they have out here. So I haven't seen this place yet, so we're gonna go check it out and see what's going on. Damn. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, look at that light up on the stairs. What do you think is behind here?
I don't know. Sauna.
I'm gonna guess a sauna, yeah. Oh, look at that shower. What? Dude. Not a sauna. It was like Batman, like the Batcave or something, like with the lighting at the top. This is the life. Oh, this one's nice too. I don't even know which one is the master. Damn. Okay, there's got to be a sauna in this one. There has to be. All right, it's just the same thing. Look how tall. Imagine showering and it's coming from all the way up there. You kidding me? Damn. I'm pretty sure that this villa is only 130,000 US dollars, which for what you're getting, you would not get something like this in America, in Europe. We have a terrace. Woo! Unreal. Alex Villas not only let me stay here, but I also got the opportunity to speak with one of their representatives to discuss their mission and address some of the concerns that people may have over the rapid development. Where are we right now?
We are in one of our villas that we built for our current investor. It's a 4-bedroom villa that is located in Canggu.
Can you give me a backstory on Alex Villas, when this company started, and how many properties do you have under management now?
Alex Villas started in 2014. We were looking for villas that needed renovation. So we invested money in these villas and then had them rented out. Things went very well. At some point, we had about 60 villas on the island under our management. At some point, we had problems with finding good, nice, modern villas. We started to think about, okay, what's the next steps? How can we grow from there? We understood what tourists are looking for. As a development company, we started to build our own villas. Long story short, now we are one of the largest holding companies on the island. Under our management, we have about 150 properties. And only in this year, we will deliver another 50 properties by the end of the year. So it's going to be 200 by the end of the year.
What kind of changes have you seen since then? Has there been any major, from your perspective, big differences in developing real estate here in Bali in that 10 years?
I think that COVID, the pandemic, had, of course, a very big impact. Locals and business and everything depends and relies very much on tourism. When the pandemic was ended, what's going on the island, of course, you see the amount of tourists here. It's growing rapidly, and this is growing year by year, about 30%. Another big change that became on the island is that a lot of people are not just traveling here for vacation. A lot of people are considering moving here and living here and opening businesses. And of course, all of this has a very big impact because in order to see so many people with comfort on the island, the infrastructure has to grow. So there is a lot of construction going on the island, of course, but there's reasons behind that because there's a lot of people coming here, meaning that there's a lot of money coming into the country, and meaning that all of these people need infrastructure to live, and et cetera. So yeah, changes are quite severe, that's true.
Why do you think people come to Bali to invest in property over other places in Southeast Asia?
Because the situation on the growing market. If you take land costs, for instance, it grows like 30% per year. Some types of land, maybe even 70, 80%. The demand is a lot higher. That drives prices, first of all, and the growth of tourism. So all of these things drive prices from rentals, and that is very good for investors.
We were speaking earlier about the infrastructure in Bali and how it's growing so quickly. Sometimes it creates a lot of challenges.
I think that all people that do business in Bali, they have to respect local people and their traditions, et cetera. So I think what we can also do for the island itself, besides building infrastructure and besides helping people find good jobs, because of course our company also, we have a lot of employees, and that's good for also, I do believe, the people. It's good for the economy itself also.
Do you think the rapid growth of all these villas that are being built here, especially in areas like Canggu? I mean, it's amazing here, it's beautiful, but I think one of the biggest issues is you go outside and the traffic is crazy. You know, it's hard to get around. So with all of this growth happening, is that something that is sustainable? Can you keep building here for the next 5-10 years?
Just an example, right? In the Canggu area, like just a few years ago, we didn't even have sidewalks, and that was a big issue for people. But nowadays, you see sidewalks everywhere, and that's just one example of things that when something is growing rapidly in tourism, this also allows probably the government and developers and everyone to build this infrastructure. So yeah, traffic is a problem, but that's a problem in any place of the world where you have so many tourists. It's also the responsibility of development companies and the government together to work out ways to make this infrastructure happen for it to be comfortable for everyone, of course. That's important, yeah.
After our conversation, I got invited to one of the building sites to see the rapid development happening with my own eyes.
Tell you that I love.
All right, Andre, so where are we now?
We are currently in complex number 6 on our construction site. It's located in Perinan. So it's quite a big complex. We have 59 units here.
How long does it take for these projects to go from the beginning stages to it being finished and people moving in?
I would say it depends on the complexity of the complex itself. Here it is quite big, so a complex like this, it takes about 24 months. Currently, this complex is under construction for about 9-10 months. So this is the phase of 9-10 months of construction, yeah.
How many people are going to live here?
I'd say about 150 to 180 people, depending on how many people are going to live in the big villas. Yeah.
Okay. And typically, how many construction workers do you have working on these projects?
I think at this complex, we have usually from 250 to 300 people working.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that come up when you guys are building these big projects?
Well, I'm happy to say that I don't have the challenges because I'm head of sales, and that's not my problem. But yeah, the construction guys definitely have challenges. Of course, they have to take into consideration the weather aspect, the supply, and such, etc. You know, let's just say nowadays, a lot of people are trying to do construction in Bali. The bad thing is not everyone is finishing their projects. The reason of this is that we spoke about this before. You have to get your math done. You have to calculate the project really well and take everything into consideration. Get your supplies done, all contracts, etc., etc. A lot of people are getting halfway through the construction and not finishing it because they run out of money. They didn't calculate the project right. So that's the downside. That's something you have to take. If you decide to build in Bali, even if you have expertise in your country, wherever you live, you have to take into consideration and respect the fact that you're building on an island, and that's different.
So bedroom, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so this is the second floor, bedroom with private shower, and you also see your pool from up here. So yeah, this is the bedroom, second floor.
You mentioned that you have 200 to 300 construction workers working on a project at one time.
Yep.
How many people are involved in the entire decision-making process when it comes to building these crazy complexes?
Oh, well, totally in Alex Villas Group, right now we have 1.5 thousand employees, all people in different stages. Some people work for construction, some people work in management. We have a whole group of architects, designers, the sales team, so there's a lot of people.
The crazy amount of visitors has brought wealth and opportunity, but it's also reshaping the landscape, raising prices, and changing the local way of life. I think tourists, developers, and locals all share love for Bali, but it's the locals who know the island best, and they're the ones who feel the impact the longest. So I think everyone that comes here should listen to them.
Just have fun, keep positive, stay away from drugs, and drive with a helmet, and enjoy Bali.